Is this it? I think now it works. Can you hear me now? I always have the same problem when I connect the camera to the laptop. Is it working right now? Let's do a test. Hello? Oh, nice. So if anyone wants to go live, just you're all welcome to come here. I'll just send you the link, but yeah. All right. I'm excited. It's the first time I'm hosting reading sprints on my own. We can start if you want. What are you reading? In case you want to tell me. And if not, I can start the sprint already. Okay. Oh, I'm so nervous. I don't know why. All right. Let's start. Oh, okay. So, right, because I was talking to myself last time. I'm reading Octave or Octave. I don't know how to pronounce that. If someone can tell me. It is a Yuri manga, so it's a love story between these two girls, I think. I've only read 3 chapters, but I'm really liking it. It's very adult, which I'm not always comfortable with, but so far so good. And then once I finish this, I want to read 1500 Miles from the Sun, which is an arc for a book that comes out next week. And it is a YA contemporary. I think it's romance. And it's a romance, I think, between these 2 boys who play football. So I'm really excited about that because I read the first chapter and I was really loving it. So that's what I'm reading right now. And I'm really excited. This movie is really good. Okay. I think we can start now. Yep. I'm going to set it up. Okay. Let's do 25 minutes if you're okay with that. And we'll try that. Happy reading, everyone. Hello. Um, so the first sprint is over. So how did everyone do? Like, are you liking what you're reading? I finished reading Octave. I'll talk to you guys about it later if you want. I'm gonna check the comments. Yeah. So you're reading Cinder and hating it. I've never read Cinder or any book by Marisa Mayer, or however you pronounce that, but the premise of those books did not speak to me very much either, so I'm sorry about that. Greetings from Egypt. Hello. Hello, excited to be here. I am reading Vicious. I've read that one a while ago. It was very nice. I am liking what I'm reading, but my focus is wavering. I feel that, like, yeah, it can be hard sometimes. Not today for me, but I mean, if you don't feel like reading, you don't have to. But maybe you pick up something else that you're more compelled to read right now. I don't know. You startled me. I was completely lost in the book. I'm sorry. But that's good. If you're lost in the book, that means you're liking it. Definitely. It's good. I'm almost done with Snowflower and the Secret Fan. 30 pages left. Hi, Grace. So that's a goal for the next one. Yay! Oh, great. Love that you're enjoying that. So I finished reading Octave or Octave. I still don't know how to pronounce that. And I picked up the third volume of Goodnight Pun Pun. But I'm going to read something else now because it was like 3 minutes left. And this is like, in case you guys want to pick it up, just know it has a lot of sex content, which wasn't great at sometimes. So, but still, it's very cute so far. So I'll probably like continue reading this. Hi, how are you doing? Are you done with your exams? I hope so. Let's celebrate that. Hello. Oh my god, so many people here that I love. You guys make me so happy. It's an arc, so I want to finish it. It's out already. Yay. I feel that. I'm really behind on my arcs too, so I'm sorry about that. But push through. You can do that. So the pieces are all quite short. That's nice. That's nice. Is it a standalone? You mean this? My English is not working today. You mean this? It isn't. I think it's 8 volumes or so. I'm not completely sure. But it definitely has more than one because this ended up on a not cliffhanger, but I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know. I haven't read a manga in a while. Yuri and Joey mangas tend to have a lot of sexual content. Yes. I don't like to pick Yuris and Yaois that have a lot of sexual content in general because mostly I feel like Yuris and Yaois with sexual content are like Yuris are aimed for men who over sexualize women, and Yaois are for straight girls that just fetishize male relationships. But I like when it's natural. Like, for example, here it has a lot of sex content, but it's very natural, and it's not like sexualizing the characters. It's just showing their experiences. So I say it is nice because of that, but I'm not really comfortable reading too much of that. So just beware. But so far it's good. I don't know if like there's gonna be some toxic relationships. I don't want that. Yeah, exactly. Like I love yaois. Like I have a lot, not a lot, but a couple of yaois that I really like. But that's because they're like really natural and like my favorite one. It's called Go For It Nakamura, and it's literally not sexual at all. It's just this cute boy in love with another cute boy and being clumsy. I just so relatable. I love it. But yeah, I agree with you. And sometimes they blend it with a strange trope called Lita. Yeah, no, that's not for me. See, I don't, I don't read it. I haven't read a lot though. I want to read more Juri, definitely, but um, I like I like to read Yuris that are not very sexual. So, still looking for those. I read Alter Ego last month, or yeah, last month. That was really cute. It was just a standalone manga. Well, it was written by a Spanish girl, but it was very cute. It was just enemies to lovers story, so cute. I'm looking for that kind of story. So if you have a recommendation, please let me know. I mean, to each their own, but yeah, exactly. Not for me. Definitely not for me. There is more variance nowadays in manga than what it used to get published. I recently read and loved Boys Run the Riot. Oh, let me look that. So, run Boys Run the Riot. There's definitely more variance, definitely. And I mean, I've noticed because I've started to see Yuris that are not this. I mean, there's a not here, and like, I'm sorry, but who did you read this for? Like, who did you write this for? No, no. So yeah, but there's definitely more variance now, and I really appreciate that. But Boys Run the Riot, it sounds familiar. I'll save this for the future. Uh, but anyways, do you guys want to do another sprint already? Should we wait a little bit more? I'm still having my smoothie. It's not cold anymore, but it's still very good. So now I want to read. I'm going to turn on my Kindle. I loved Boys Run the Riot. More people have read that. I need that then. I trust you. High school Rio knows he's transgender, but he doesn't have anyone to confide in about the confusion he feels. He can't tell his best friend, who's secretly got a crush on, and he can't tell his mom, who's constantly asking why Rio dresses like a boy. Sounds good, to be honest. What is my favorite manga genre? I don't have one. I honestly just pick up stories that are published in Spain that I think sound cool. I'm not really into the very popular shonen except for One Piece. But like Naruto, Berserk, and like I think Berserk is seinen, but like those kind of things about fighting and stuff like that, I'm not really into that. But I don't know, contemporary stories, horror like Junji Ito, I love him. And I don't know, stuff like that. I don't know. Very jealous of your smoothie. It is really good. I'll admit that. It's not mango, but it's really good. And it is written by a trans author as well. That is so cool. That is so cool because mostly, it rarely happens. So I'm definitely into this manga. We're here for that. I need to look into it. I don't know if it's been published in Spain. I'm guessing it hasn't been published in Spain. It's fine. um, thank you for the recommendation. Adding it to my TBR as well. Sounds really good, right? Junjito, exactly. Junjito. Like, I don't know. Oh no, I don't have a battery in the camera, so I'm gonna have to switch to the camera on my laptop, which doesn't look very good, but I'm sorry, I did my best. See, there's a difference. Damn. It's fine. Okay. Do you guys want to do another reading sprint? Oh, my Kindle was on. I'm gonna be reading 1500 Miles from the Sun. Which for anyone that wasn't in here before, it is a YA contemporary romance about two guys that play football. That's all I know so far. Real love the author's note. Let's do another one. Yay. Sure, fine. Sounds good to me as well. So let's do another one. Happy reading, people. Hope you enjoy your books. Hello. The timer kind of like jump scared me, kind of. How's everyone reading? And I had to go. Gotta go have fun reading. It's been a pleasure having you here. Hello, Em. Hi. What are you reading? I am reading. Hello. I am reading 1500 Mindfulness Zone, and I read like 10% right now. And I'm really enjoying it. Very YA contemporary, which I love. So I read like, I don't know, 6% right now. I don't know how much is that. I can't do math very well. I only got 4% done. What were you reading again? I remember it was an arc, but I forgot what it was. Sorry. I read 15 pages of The Jasmine Throne. Did I pronounce that right? How is it? Are you enjoying it? Hi, what are you reading? I feel it's like the classic question, but I do really love knowing what people are reading. Are you ever in like a train or like a plane or a bus and you see someone reading and you're immediately trying to look at the cover but without them realizing you want to know what they're reading? Because it always happens to me when I see someone reading. I want to know what they're reading, but I don't want to stare. So it's always a bit uncomfortable. But anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying your reads. I need to, I don't know, update my Goodreads. I never do that. It's really good so far. I'm only 85 pages in out of the 540 pages. Wow. I'm guessing it's a fantasy. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Books over 500 pages scare me very much. Yes, I do that all the time, right? I'm not alone in here. It's always worth it, even if they look at you weird, to just know the book they're reading. Yes, I am so nosy. I should actually go and ask them, or at least I would love for other people to ask me to. Exactly. I love when I'm in like bookstores and someone tells me, "Oh, that book's so good, you should read it," or whatever. But I never dare say something like that. I'm too shy. But I actually love when people do that. So I would love that. And it's also such a cliche in movies. Like, it could be a mid cute, you know, like, what are you reading? And romance or whatever. Or friendship, actually. So we're not alone. We all do it. It's an adult fantasy. I've never heard of it. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. Been reading a bit of Minor Feelings by Kathy Park Hung. Minor Feelings. Let me Google that. Minor Feelings by Kathy Park Hung. An Asian American Reckoning. It is nonfiction. What does Goodreads say? Nonfiction autobiography memoir on race. Are you liking it? Are you loving it? It's kind of weird to talk about nonfiction and say, especially memoirs, like, I don't know. We should go out into the world and create our personal meet cutes. Exactly. But I feel like we leave the house less on average. So maybe that's hard. I always love like thinking about reading in the park, but then I never go for some reason. I don't know why. It's by Tasha Suri. I'll Google that again because millennials, it's what they do. Tasha Suri. That's what Google says. Empire of Sand, Realm of Ash, and the Jasmine Throne. I'll keep all these tabs open so I don't forget to check these books out later. So far, I'm enjoying Vicious. I had this book on my TBR for years now, and I approached reading it with the lowest expectations possible, so actually I am surprised. I think that's good, especially with like BookTube's favorites, like favorite authors and stuff. Vicious is the only V. Schwab book I've read, and I really enjoyed it. But I feel like it was a little overhyped for me. So that's good to lower your expectations on very popular books, especially. But it is nice. I love it because it has really short chapters, and I love books with short chapters. They're so comfortable to read. I had no idea it had dark academia vibes. It totally does, and in a very understandable way, unlike The Secret History. I'm sorry, I was too dumb for that book. I didn't get it. I might retry it. But Vicious was very nice. And I don't know. It's a memoir about the author's experience as a Korean American. It's a great but tough read. Her feelings come across so strongly throughout. Yeah, it sounds tough, definitely. It sounds good as well. I had never heard of it. It sounds very interesting. I'll check it out later too, because maybe I can access it through an audiobook library or something like that. Sounds very interesting. Honestly, the only reason I have found Memories of the Vicious Duology is because we got ASRIP. Exactly. It is a bit cliched, but I'll take that for now. Yeah, I didn't know when I read it, so, but it's still nice, so gotta love that. I love Vicious. It's one of my favorite books. It is good. I don't know if reading Vengeful is worth it. I've heard some mixed reviews. So if you've read that, let me know, because I don't know if I should buy the matching edition that's like a hardback and it has like bones and like blackout poetry and stuff like that, because it's really beautiful. But I don't know if it's worth reading. What do you think? I would definitely have to reread it because I remember nothing about it, except that it had short chapters and maybe a part of the ending I remember, but I don't remember much. I have the worst book memory, which I love because then I can reread my favorites and fall in love with them again. I didn't think Vengeful could top Vicious, but then I read it and was totally captivated. So you think it's worth it? It's been on my wish list. I have like never-ending wish list, so I never end up getting the books because I really buy them brand new. But when I do, I never know what to buy because I want them all. So I've had Vengeful on my wish list for forever, and I didn't know if it was worth it, but I might give it a shot because I really liked Vicious very much. You gave Vengeful 5 stars. I might end up getting it. Plus, it is really pretty. So, oh, there's going to be a third book. I thought it was a standalone, and then Victoria Schwab made it into a duology. Is she making it into a trilogy? I am very confused. I definitely say it's worth it if you enjoyed Victor and Ellie's relationships, because we get to see more of that in book 2 as well as some new characters who are great. I did enjoy that. I thought it was a very cute relationship. Like, oh, not Ellie. No. Oh, I forgot. No, that wasn't cute. I forget about the characters. How was the girl called? I have the worst memory. But yeah, it was an interesting relationship too. Kind of very Sherlock and Moriarty, but no, yeah, kind of very Sherlock and Moriarty, I'd say, in the TV show, because I haven't read the books. I'm guessing they published it to have a matched edition. I mean, usually when a book is not planned to be a duo or trilogy, it doesn't end up as good as the first one. But this is just my experience. I agree. That's why, in general, I don't read sequels of books that were meant to be standalones. But in general, I do not read sequels because I'm terrible with series. I should fix that, definitely. But totally agree. It was always planned to be a trilogy, but with how book deals works, there is no guarantee. Oh, I didn't know that, because I had this idea because I've watched someone, I think, say it was meant to be a standalone. I don't remember who though, so don't quote me on that. From what Victoria said, it sounds like she's had 3 books planned, but wrote book 1 as if it could be a standalone. Oh, so she didn't know if she was gonna be able to publish the 3 books. So that's actually a smart idea, and also hard to do. So book 3 was never bought by the publishers. Really? I mean, it's such a bestseller, right? I can't really be bothered with series of same. Like, sometimes I start series and I adore them, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait to read the second book, and by the time I want to read the second book, I don't remember the first one, so like it's really hard for me personally. I struggle to stay invested over the length of time they take to be completed. They take so long. Like, I bought the Game of Thrones books, oh my god, 5 years ago? They were one of the first books I got in English. I still have only read 2. And I've had to read, I can't do English right now. I've had to read so many summaries to be able to finish those 2. Series are hard. Definitely hard. I admire so much people who are able to like binge read series back to back. I could never. I do prefer reading the series once all the books are out, because I feel like then I do have the possibility of reading them back to back. Even though that doesn't happen, I can wait like 2 months or so, because waiting a year or 2, I could never. Like, I will forget the book. It's just, I will forget it. So I can't do series that are open. Definitely can't do that. I love binge reading series, but I also never buy full series if I don't know if I like the first book. And even then I struggle, because what if the series turn out bad? It's a stupid problem I have. No, I see that, because why would you want to buy full priced books if you don't know if you're gonna like them? But then if you like the first one and don't have the second one ready, how long are you gonna take to read the second one? It's a problem. I like having them all available, but I also like having read the first book when the second one comes out. Yeah. I mean, if I had a library that bought books like that, like, because I see people that go to libraries that are really big and have all the new releases, and they're like in a queue, like, that would be amazing. But unfortunately, it's not very accessible for me. So I never start this series unless it is completed, or at least the final book has a concrete release date. I was 6 years old when the first Game of Thrones book was out, and now I am 31. Right. Yeah. Definitely. I don't think that series is ever going to end. I've lost all hope. That's also why I haven't read that book by Patrick Rothfuss. How is it called? I know the second one was Wise Man's Fear. The first one, The Name of the Wind. I bought that like years ago, and I still haven't read it because he will not come out with a third book. He will just not. So I couldn't. Definitely. No. Such a struggle, to be honest. Series. Oh my god. I appreciate so much people who write summaries online. Thank you. I'm telling you right here, right now. Thank you very much for your work. Anyways, do you guys want to do another reading sprint? I read The Name of the Wind in like 2014, and I'm refusing to read the sequel until the third book comes out. Right? Because what is the point if you're going to have to reread it in 10 years' time? Like, there is no point. That man will just not. He will not. He knows when that. Honestly, the funny part about that is he wrote the 3 books at the same time. He's had them for like 30 years. And he spent so many years editing them that he's still editing the last book. It's just ridiculous that. I mean, it is a meme by now, so the point is to agonize over the possibilities. Yes, I think Patrick Rothfuss have DNF'd his series, so I am guessing I will DNF reading it too. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's honestly, it's funny to me, but probably because I haven't read any of the books. It's smart to wait. I regret not waiting. Yes. I mean, it is also like someone has to read the book or else it's not getting a sequel. It's just that person is never me. I'm sorry. Book 3 is written and we're just never going to get it. I saw a YouTube live because he does lives on YouTube and he answers to questions that people ask him. And obviously they ask him a lot about the third book. And so I watched it and he said that he actually wrote the 3 books all at once in like the 90s. And that it took him like 10 years or so to have the first book ready for publication. And because he had to edit it so much, he added characters and stories that he had to add into the second book and the third book. And like there were characters that they weren't there anymore. Like basically it took him a lot of time to edit the first book, and editing the other books added more editing time to the other books. So like it never ends. But yeah, he wrote the whole story all at once, which is the funniest part to me. Like, yeah, he did that. There is a rough draft, but it's not ready to be published. It's not abundant. No, he keeps working on it. He works on it. He just wants it, for what I've heard, he wants it to be really good. He doesn't want to publish it before it's ready, so he hasn't published it yet. Which, I don't know. I would have gone crazy by now. But I think it's interesting. Anyways, do you guys want to do one more sprint? I could keep on reading. It is... Oh, it's not even midnight here. I completely forgot what time it was. Oh. Patrick Rothfuss, I swear. It's so funny to me. Uh, I will work on a book graphic instead, but I will stay on. That sounds cool. Yes, perfect. I'm going to start Wonder, I think. Wonder. I'm going to look that up. That book by PJ Palacios of the movie was directed by Steven Chbosky. What? Wait. What? I didn't know that. That's a guy who wrote Perks of Being a Wallflower. He directed the movie for Wonder. I didn't know that. I remember gifting that book to a friend a long time ago, and she really loved it. I still need to read it. If it's the same book I'm thinking about, by R.J. Palacios, yes. I still need to read that. She really loved it. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so let's do one more sprint. The movie broke me. I didn't know it was a book, but my mom has a copy at home, which I've stolen. Nice. I love stealing books from home. I've stolen like 100 books from my mom. She doesn't read them anyways. But I didn't know there was a movie. I need to watch that. Hope you enjoy your book. Yeah, let's do one more sprint. Happy reading, people. Hello again. This was perfect because I literally just finished a chapter. It was very satisfying. That's a word. How's everyone's book going? I am really liking this book. I teared up a couple of minutes ago and I'm still trying not to cry. Oh my god. We love a good queer YA contemporary, right? Oh my god. How do you like your book? I am honestly loving it. I'm gonna cry. It's really good. It's called 1500 Miles from the Sun. It comes out next week. Just so you know. I'm gonna type in because which book? I'm gonna type in 1500 miles from the sun. Oops. And I'm gonna try to show you a picture because I really like the cover. So I'm gonna show you my grades. Just a second. If I can. 1500 Miles from the Sun. Share. It is this book. You can see it, right? I'm glad you loved it. Thank you. It is, oh my god. YA contemporary really is my favorite genre. And yeah. I'm so glad I got accepted for this arc because I don't often have access to like this type of stories. And they're honestly my favorite. Oh my god. I don't want to cry. It's so good. I'm 15% in. I feel like I'm gonna devour it this weekend, honestly. Also, reading about teenagers having a normal life pre 2020 feels so good. I love the hard hitting YAs. Give me the drama. Yes, me too. I love anything hard hitting, especially like not just YA, anything hard hitting I like. If it's done right, obviously. But oh my god, this book. If it's queer, some parts just oh my god. Did you get it from NetGalley? Yes, I requested this one quite a few months ago. The arcs I got approved for that I was most excited about, apart from this one, I also got accepted for an arc of The Ones We're Meant to Find, which came out on May 4th. I was so excited about that. And I got accepted because I requested it like a lot of months prior to the publication date. So that's a tip for you. If you want a book from NetGalley, be sure to look out for books that are not going to be published soon. But yes, it is. I got it from NetGalley, and I'm so glad I did. Honestly, NetGalley has given me some very good reads. Definitely a great way to get access legally, obviously, to free ebooks and releases because they can be expensive. Like, I know ebooks for new releases can be expensive. Okay, but how hard hitting? Because I need someone I talk to about all the fucked up shit I like. I don't know. Like, for example, I'm not planning to read A Little Life because that is hard hitting, but that's just like not it. for what I've heard from people, it's just not worth it to go through it. But in general, like, I don't know, some examples. I don't know, just in general, hard hitting. I guess I don't know. I'm very sensitive, so a lot of things are hard hitting for me that for other people might not be. But I don't know. This is not that much. I'm not sure this book is hard hitting too much. I know it talks about homophobia, abuse, psychological abuse, and I don't remember what else. It is on the author's note, so maybe I could check that actually right now. If I remember how Kindle works, which apparently I don't. How does it work? Wait. No, here. It has, for anyone that's interesting, it has some warnings. Okay, let me see. It says it would be irresponsible for me to let you begin without also mentioning the sadness that is very much a part of this novel. Jules' story is mine in so many ways. The fears, the hiding, the hoping that one day we might reach greener grass. And with that in mind, topics are going to arise that I want you to be prepared of, such as physical abuse and how that affects mental health, language used in a homophobic manner, and forced outing. So those are the true warnings. Have you read like The Nowhere Girl Made of Stars? I don't know. Well, I know. I haven't read it. But I don't know what the book is about. Oh, Made of Stars. I know that book. I haven't read it. It sounds amazing. I think it is on my TBR. I saw someone read it. It has quite a few years, right? I don't know who published this. Girl Made of Stars. Let me look. Oh, The Nowhere Girls or Girl Made of Stars. The Nowhere Girls doesn't sound familiar. No, I've never heard of this book. Let me check Goodreads. I don't think I've ever heard of this book. It has very good ratings. But this says it is a thriller? Mystery thriller? Don't know it. I do know The Girl Made of Stars. That sounds really good. But yeah, those types of YA contemporaries, I don't know if this is YA, I do enjoy. Do I need to have a Goodreads account to request books on NetGalley? No, you don't. But I think they might take it into account before approving someone. For example, I made an account as a reviewer and I appear, I think, as a blogger. Blogger means that you have social media because, I don't know, they don't have separate options. And I've linked my Twitter and Goodreads, and it allows you to post your reviews on Goodreads, but you don't need to post them on Goodreads. So you don't really have to publish your reviews on a blog or anything like that. If I like the book, I just do. But I do think they take that into account, like the publishers. If it is a book by a publisher that's really popular, like, I don't know, Penguin or something like that, it's harder to get RX. This, I think it is from a publishing company by Amazon. So that I could request it, so I just did. But for example, I can never request books from HarperCollins and Penguin. They're just like, you can only wish for them and stuff like that. But you can get access to pretty cool books anyways that are not from the big three publishers. And it's still nice because I've read a lot of books that I've loved and that I got on NetGalley that I wouldn't have been able to read any other way. On NetGalley, on each publisher's page, there is a note that explains what they usually look for in reviewers. Amazon reviewers are also a plus. Exactly. Like for every publisher, it's different, but for a lot of smaller publishers, they don't care. They just want to know what the public thinks before the book comes out. And if you publish on Goodreads, it's a plus for them, of course. If you loved the book, maybe not if you didn't like it. But I don't know. I haven't looked that much into it, to be honest. Man, it seems like I have a better chance when Disney Ticket Lottery than requested books from big publisher. You probably do. I've wished for probably 100 books, and I've actually got one once. It is called How to They Them, a visual guide to non-binary pronouns, which was very cool. Very good book. I highly recommend that. But that was the only wish I was granted for, and I've been on NetGalley for a while. So it is a struggle sometimes. But you never know. I got approved once for an arc on NetGalley, and then contacted with the publisher for a blog tour. And since then, they've contacted me more times if I wanted to read more arcs, which is also nice because even if I always, like, if I never reply, they still contact me when they're looking for people for blog tours. So that's cool too. Maybe you can contact the publishers directly if you have a platform or something like that. Maybe they will send you arcs as well. I mean, every publishing company is different, but you never know. I'm not one to give advice on arcs too because I don't request that many that often, because when I do, I obviously feel like I should read it before the book comes out. But when I do, it is true I've had bad experiences with books, but I've read some amazing books, and I'm really happy I made myself a NetGalley account. And there's also books that you can read immediately, like they're on a read now section, and I've read some of those that I've completely loved as well. So you never know. It's worth giving it a try if you'd like to get free books. I don't know. Anyways, people, I think I'm gonna go. It is 1:15 after midnight, so it is probably time for me to go. But it's been such a pleasure. Thank you to everyone who came into the live show and read with me. It means a lot. Thank you for talking to me on the chat. I've had such an amazing night talking to you, and we're in the same time zone. I don't know where you are from. I'm from Spain, so cool. But yeah, thank you so much for coming and for talking to me. Seriously. 12:15. Are you in Spain? Yes. Thank you for this. I had so much fun. Thank you for coming. It means a lot. So, Germany. Oh, I was about to say something in Germany, but who am I kidding? I've forgotten everything I've learned, and I have only learned like 3 words in my lifetime. Hola. Are you from Spain? Hola. Yeah, this is great. I'm in Germany as well. Book terror. Oh my god. Spanish literature is very appreciated here in the Middle East. Oh, that's cool. Because honestly, I've never seen a lot of people read books that were originally written in Spanish. So that's really cool. If you ever want to talk about that, let me know. But anyways, I'm going to go for tonight. Thank you seriously so much for reading here with me. It makes me so happy. And it makes my heart very soft. But I guess I'll see you in the next one if I ever do this again and you join. So, bye-bye. Oh, El Barco de Vapor Publishing Company too? Oh, I know that one. I don't read that much in Spanish, which is a shame. All right, take care. Everyone take care. Bye. Good night.